You are sitting across from a financial advisor. The office is clean, professional, framed certificates on the wall. You are 61 years old. You have worked for 38 years, and you just asked about claiming Social Security early at 62, instead of waiting until 67 or 70, like every personal finance article you have ever read tells you to do. The advisor does not even pause. The answer comes immediately, almost reflexively. Wait, always wait. The longer you wait, the bigger the check. You nod, you thank them, you drive home. But something does not sit right, because that advice, confident as it sounded, was built on assumptions about your life that nobody in that office bothered to ask you about. And some of those assumptions might be completely wrong. Today, you are going to see the math that most advisors never show you. You are going to discover that for millions of Americans, claiming Social Security at 62 is not just acceptable, it is actually the smarter financial move. And by the end of this video, you are going to have everything you need to make this decision based on your actual life, not a generic spreadsheet built for someone else. But first, you need to understand what you are actually choosing between. Your full retirement age, what Social Security calls your FRA, is 67 if you were born in 1960 or later. If you claim at 62, you receive approximately 70% of your full benefit. If you wait until 70, you receive approximately 124%. The conventional wisdom says wait for that bigger number. What it does not tell you is how long you have to live to actually come out ahead. And that number, that break-even age, is the most important figure in this entire conversation. Nobody puts it on the brochure. So let us calculate it right now. Imagine your full retirement age benefit is $2,000 a month at 67. If you claim at 62, you receive $1,400 a month, 70% of your full amount. If you wait until 67, you get the full $2,000. Simple so far. But here is what happens in those 5 years between 62 and 67. By claiming early, you collect 60 payments of $1,400. That is $84,000 that the person who waited received absolutely nothing. Zero. They were patient, they were disciplined, and they were sitting on the sidelines for 5 full years while you were cashing checks. Now, at 67, the person who waited starts collecting $600 more per month. How long does it take for that extra $600 per month to erase the $84,000 head start you built? 140 months. That is nearly 12 years. Which means the break-even age, the point where waiting finally pays off more, is approximately 79 years old. Here is why that matters. The average American man lives to about 76. The average American woman lives to about 81. If you are a man in average health, the math says that claiming at 62 puts more total money in your hands over your actual lifetime than waiting ever would. You would have to live to 79 just to break even on the decision to wait. And that is before we factor in what happens when you invest those early payments. But we will get to that. You are 61 years old and you already know things about your body that no spreadsheet ever will. You know your family history. You know your diagnosis. You know how you feel getting out of bed in the morning. And that knowledge, uncomfortable as it sometimes is the most important input in this entire decision. Think about a man named Robert. He is 61, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure. His father passed at 71. His older brother at 69. Every financial advisor he has spoken to tells him the same thing. Wait until 67. Wait until 70. The bigger check is worth it. But Robert runs the math himself. If he claims at 62 and lives to 72, he collects $168,000 in Social Security benefits. If he had waited until 67 and died at 72, he would have collected only $120,000. Claiming early puts $48,000 more in his hands. Money he actually gets to use, actually gets to spend, actually gets to live with. Waiting would have left that money on the table permanently. Nobody at the Social Security Administration is going to look you in the eye and have this conversation. But your health history is data. It belongs in this calculation. Honor it. Here is a scenario playing out in households across America right now. Someone turns 62. They are exhausted. 35 years of physical labor or emotional labor or both. Their body is telling them something. Their savings are modest, and they are staring at a 5-year gap between now and 67 with no clear answer for how to fill it. The alternative to Social Security at 62 is usually one of 3 things. Keep working a job that is wearing them down. Draw down retirement savings they cannot afford to lose. Or take on debt to bridge the gap. And here is the financial truth that almost nobody says out loud. If your choice is between a reduced Social Security benefit at 62 versus pulling money from a 401k before age 59 and a half, Social Security wins almost every time. Early retirement account withdrawals before 59 and a half come with a 10% federal penalty on top of ordinary income taxes. Depending on your tax bracket, you could lose 30 to 40 cents out of every dollar you pull out just to access money you already earned. Your Social Security benefit at 62 costs you 0 in penalties. It is income you built across a lifetime of work. For anyone whose alternative is raiding a retirement account, claiming Social Security early is not the impatient choice. It is the mathematically correct one. Now here is where the conventional wisdom completely falls apart. And you need to see this clearly. What if you claim at 62, but you do not actually need the money to survive right now? What if instead you invest every single payment? Your benefit at 62 is $1,400 a month. Over 60 months, 5 years. That is $84,000 in Social Security payments flowing into your investment account. If you put all of it into a low-cost index fund, earning an average of 7% annually, by the time you turn 67, that $84,000 has grown to approximately $100,000. Now compare that to the person who waited. They start with 0 invested at 67, but collect $600 more per month going forward. For them to catch up to your $100,000 investment head start, while you are still investing portions of your own benefit, they need to live well into their mid-80s. And that break-even age pushes even further out if you keep compounding. The conventional break-even calculation assumes you spend every Social Security payment the moment it arrives. It completely ignores what happens when you invest them. When you run the real math with investment returns included, claiming early does not just become competitive. In many scenarios, it becomes the outright winner. You do not hear this from most advisors, but the math does not lie. And speaking of math that changes everything, if you are finding this valuable, make sure you hit like and subscribe to Kagi Invests right now. Every video on this channel is built around one thing, showing you the real numbers behind the financial decisions that will define your future. We never do generic advice here. We do your math. Subscribe and do not miss what is coming. One of the strongest arguments for waiting to claim Social Security is the survivor benefit. If you are married and you are the higher earner in the household, delaying your claim builds a larger benefit that protects your spouse after you are gone. When you pass away, your surviving spouse can claim up to 100% of your benefit if it is larger than their own. Building that benefit up from $2,000 to $3,000 a month is genuine protection for someone you love. That argument is real and it matters. But here is what changes everything. If you are single, divorced, widowed, or never married, that calculation disappears entirely. There is no survivor benefit to protect. No spouse who depends on the size of your check after you are gone. The only person your claiming decision affects is you. And for a single person in average or below average health, every variable in this analysis points in the same direction. Get more total payments. Start them earlier. Invest what you do not immediately need. Do not wait 12 years for a break-even that your actuarial reality suggests you may never reach. Marital status is one of the most powerful variables in the Social Security claiming decision. Generic advice that ignores it is not advice designed for your situation. It is advice designed for someone else. Here is a strategy that financially sophisticated retirees use more than most people realize, and almost nobody talks about it in plain terms. You claim Social Security at 62, even at the reduced benefit, and you use those payments to cover your basic monthly expenses. Your retirement accounts, your 401k, your IRA, you leave them completely untouched. They keep compounding. They keep growing. You do not touch them. Let us say your monthly expenses are $3,000. Your Social Security at 62 is $1,400. You only need to pull $1,600 from your retirement accounts each month instead of the full $3,000. Over 5 years, that difference compounds into something significant. On a $250,000 retirement account at 7% annual return, 5 more years of uninterrupted compounding generates approximately $100,000 in additional growth that would not have existed if you had been drawing the account down while waiting for the bigger Social Security check. You do not hear this framing often. Social Security gets positioned as a retirement income stream, but it can also be positioned as a preservation shield, protecting your invested wealth and giving your compounding more time to work. That reframe alone could be worth 6 figures in your retirement picture. This is the most uncomfortable reason on the list. And because honesty is what this channel is built on, we are going to say it clearly. The Social Security Trust Fund, according to the program's own trustees report, is on a path toward depletion. Current projections suggest the fund could face a shortfall sometime in the mid-2030s if Congress takes no action. At that point, incoming payroll taxes would cover approximately 77 to 80% of scheduled benefits. Not zero, but not the full amount. Will Congress act to prevent that? History says probably yes. The program has been shored up before, and the political will to protect it remains strong. But here is the honest question you need to sit with. You are 62 years old today. You are being asked to wait 8 years, until 70, for a larger benefit that depends on political decisions that have not been made yet, in an economic environment that nobody can fully predict. That is a bet. It may be a reasonable bet, but you deserve to know you are making one. Claiming at 62 locks in a known benefit under the current rules. Waiting until 70 means trusting that the rules will not change in ways that affect your payout. For someone already leaning toward early claiming, based on everything else in this video, future policy uncertainty is simply one more weight on the same side of the scale. Here is the honest framework for making this call. Claim at 62 if your health history gives you reason to believe your life expectancy may be shorter than average. Claim at 62 if your only alternative is pulling from retirement accounts with early withdrawal penalties. Claim at 62 if you are single with no survivor benefit at stake and your health is average or below. Claim at 62 if you have the discipline to invest the payments and let the compounding math work in your favor. And seriously, consider waiting if you are in excellent health. If you have a family history of long life. If you are the higher earner in a marriage with a spouse who will depend on your benefit, or if other income sources make the 5-year wait financially painless. The worst decision is the one made on autopilot. Either blindly claiming early because someone said get it while you can, or blindly waiting because a pamphlet said bigger is always better. Neither answer accounts for your health, your marital status, your savings, your income alternatives, your family history. The things that actually determine which answer is right for you. This is your money. You earned it across decades. Make this decision with the full math in front of you. Not a simplified rule that was never designed for the complexity of your actual life. Because Social Security is not just a check. It is one of the most powerful financial levers in your retirement. Pull it at exactly the right moment for exactly the right reasons. And those reasons are yours to define. Now, if you think your money psychology is shaped by the economic world you grew up in, The next video is going to hit you differently than anything else on this channel. We are going inside the minds of Generation X, a generation shaped by stagflation, the dot-com crash, and 2008, and uncovering the financial instincts they built from those experiences that every other generation is still catching up to. Click on that video right now. The psychology of money is about to make a lot more sense.